I'm very eager to get started and move the program forward. And I think the question is, what does a program moving forward look like? How do you know that you're moving in the right direction? Because I think that's important. So in the short term, I think our goal is to, again, reinforce some basic fundamentals. Are we providing a comprehensive experience for our student athletes? Is it positive? Does it speak to the values of the college? Does it give the kids a real sense of commitment, whether it's from our coaches, our administration, our staff? And to me, that means, are we creating a challenging environment? Are we being competitive, not just in games, but are we being competitive in practice? Are we being competitive in terms of the ways that our facilities measure up to our peers, the ways that our uniforms measure up, all the parts of the experience that a student athlete is going to encounter? Because there's great tradition here at Oberlin. And many of our sports have their own feature of building that tradition. And I want our student athletes to feel that their job is not only to develop their own skills, but to help build the department's strength by adding to that tradition. Hopefully winning on the fields will help do that, but they can do it in a lot of subtle ways too. Secondly, I think we want to make sure that we're being competitive in the recruiting of our student athletes. I think that's really important. So I think the first year goal is to really better formulate our strategy for recruiting student athletes to Oberlin. And we need to be able to help our coaches to develop our story. What is the Oberlin athletic story? And if we develop a good story over the next few months and years, we're going to get better students to come here, we're going to get better student athletes to come here, and the competitiveness that I talked about earlier will sort of follow suit. The third thing I think we want to do in the short term is put a little bit more meat on the bones relative to what is wellness. So we need to make sure that we're doing things that provide lifelong habits that are positive, both mentally and physically, for people of all ages and all parts of this community. And then we have to be positive about it. It has to be something that folks are encouraged by so that it responds to their immediate need and it allows them to pursue those habits and that skill beyond their years here at Oberlin. You know, I think the message I would like everyone who's watching this to get from me is not just some words, but I'd like you to feel the energy and the passion that I have for what we do here in Oberlin and what we're doing in our athletic department. I am really energized to try to make our program as successful as we can be, that we are continually pursuing in our own way excellence in no less form than any other part of this campus, whether it's in the classroom or in the administration or what have you. We are equally committed to creating excellence. And our student athletes are going to have the opportunity to perform on our playing fields, in our gymnasiums, and in our pools, and on our tracks, to perform at the highest level that the Division III ranks offer us. And what I want you all to feel is that I'm going to encourage our coaches, I'm going to encourage our student athletes, so that when they represent Oberlin College, that they are going to try to represent the best that they possibly can of themselves and of our values, and that they are going to be competitive, that they are going to compete against anyone and everyone, that no one is going to walk away from a contest against our players and say, boy, that was easy. I want them to know that they're going to be met with motivated, well-schooled, well-trained kids who are going to give enthusiasm and energy and a positive attitude to their play. The other thing I want folks to have a sense of is that we're not just a varsity program. I mean, our varsity programs are our flagships. They're important to us. They mean a great deal. And if we can become more competitive in that, I think it will do wonders, not only for the whole of the department, but it'll do great things for this great institution. But we're also about the recreational student. We're about serving the entire community, and that's where our wellness program and our commitment to health is really something that we have to stay ever vigilant on and make sure that we continue to develop robust programming that's expansive. But I think more than anything else, I want you all to know that every day that we get going for work here, we are fiercely committed to doing things well. That we don't just want to, show up. we don't just go through the motions, but that we're intentional, we're strategic, and we're committed to doing things with an excellence that is, again, commensurate with what this institution's all about.